So apparently this thing is, you can't do this. No, that sucks.
So finally finished, this is the Sukhoi Su-35 fighter jet designed by Baicock007, and thanks to LesDIY DE for sending me this to review. It does come in this cool blue camouflage, and the wingspan's around 17 inches, so it is a pretty large model, and here's a view what it looks like from the back with the afterburners. And of course, once you have a Russian fighter jet, you want to do the Cobra maneuver. It looks like a pretty accurate representation of a Su-35, and the way to tell between that and Su-27, you can see in the horizontal stabilizers, this front section is painted gray or black in real life. These are supposed to be heat shields, which are not present on the Su-27, and it also has thrust vectoring engines, which this one can actually move its afterburner a bit, but not that much. This model also has these vertical stabilizer flaps, which can move from side to side, and there also is a retractable landing gear door, which closes up in the front. And here's how that would look like. And apparently it can fit a Lego minifigure in the cockpit. And here's a look at the bottom where we have the air intakes. Looks pretty cool. And you see those landing gear doors open on the sides, which you can close it, but you have to be pretty careful because the thing holding it up to the wing, it's almost non-existent basically. It's pretty unstable, and I would recommend you actually modify this build so it actually stays in place. Yeah, even on the other side it just falls apart. And on the wings we have some weapons pylon, and I think there is a pack where you can add missiles to it. And on the tips of the wings we have some ECM electronic countermeasures module, and it has a red navigational light, while the other side is green. And the horizontal stabilizers are adjustable, and so is the tip of the afterburners. Now I was surprised that this set actually came with landing gears, because in the picture it didn't feature them. However, there are fundamental flaws like the rear landing gears. They are using this Technic piece. However, if you look inside, there is a tiny inner wall in the middle of it, and the instructions basically tell you to put two of them together, but that's physically impossible unless you modify this piece. So the designer did make a mistake here, and even if you don't include the second piece, it still wouldn't be flush inside. And for the front landing gear, it turns out the rims are not the right size, so it doesn't really fit together with the tires. But luckily this model does not require landing gears to display. There are 4 points at the bottom which kind of hold the aircraft up, and you can see the nose is suspended in the air. Another flaw with this build is that this tail piece actually easily comes off. It's not really held together. So he did figure out using this blue Technic piece is a better fit because it has that circular part to go inside the cone, and once you put it in, it just fits in fine, doesn't fall off. And it's actually one of the many spare pieces that come with the set. I have used them to strengthen parts of the build so it doesn't fall off. So for my final thoughts, I think this set looks pretty great as a display model. However, there are some problems with this. I think the designer mainly focused on looks and made this only in a 3D modeling program rather than actually building it in real life, because there are a lot of flaws and some parts of the wings aren't really held in by anything, and I had to modify it to make the wings more stable. It easily falls apart. As you can see, these plates are already coming apart, and the horizontal stabilizers are just held by two studs at the very edge. I don't know why they did it like that. I do like how the instructions are a QR code, and it saves on paper waste from getting a manual, and you can easily scroll through it. However, sometimes they don't really make sense and they show parts that look connected but aren't in real life, and maybe you have to wait for some further steps to connect them. And sometimes the pieces aren't even visible to the side of the instruction piece, and they don't have arrows, so you kind of have to think a little bit. As for the brick colors, they generally look nice, although the blue sometimes has a little variation, like maybe they came from different brick factories and the formula is slightly off. Also, there was this one dirty brick for some reason, but overall I think it's an okay set for the price. It will be a lot cheaper than buying actual Lego, and these problems can be fixed if you have some spare brick pieces and modify the build to be stronger and fix the landing gear to be functional. It is still pretty fun to fly around with, just be careful about it or get some craggle. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks again to LesDIY for sending me this to review. It is my second set from them, and the last time I reviewed the CH-53E Super Stallion helicopter, which did actually pretty well. It's like the most viewed video on Minecraft Multiforce for the past 8 months, despite being a Minecraft channel, so I thought I'd give it another go. But yeah, let me know down in the comment section what you guys think. Subscribe if you hadn't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.